What are integers? Blessing? Blessing, you can unmute and talk. Titan says integers are something like -2. Sure, that is an integer. Tabani, integers are negatives and positives. Even better answer. Good. All right, what else are you guys saying? All right. All right, so Blessing, we didn't hear anything. Titan, are you talking?
No, ma'am.
Any other ideas about what integers are? Oratile, you need to keep yourself on mute, please. Oh, your hand is up. Okay, Tertia, go for it. What are integers?
Ma'am, I think integers are positive and negative numbers.
You are 100% correct. They are positive and negative numbers. But Ntekelo also said the same thing, and so did Titan. That's really good. But I want to ask you guys a question, all right? Here is a positive number. The number is 3.5. Is it an integer? Is the number that I've written on the board in purple, 3.5, is that an integer? And I am going to ask Patson. Is 3.5 an integer?
No, ma'am.
It's not. Okay, so then that means that not all positive and negative numbers can be integers. So why is this not an integer, Patson?
It's because it has a fraction and it's a mixed number.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, so even though integers can be positive and they can be negative, numbers that have fractions in them are not integers. So what we say about integers and about fractions is that an integer is not a fraction and a fraction is not an integer. All right, so similarly, if I was to take a number like this, so -2,5, it might be a negative number, but it's not an integer because it is a fraction. So integers, as you guys had told me, or as some of you had told me, is positive and negative numbers. Okay, so they are positive and negative numbers, but no fractions. Okay, so we're only looking at the whole units on a number line. So why do you think that people invented integers? I mean, what's the point? Why have something like a negative number? What's the idea behind that? Okay, Patson, your hand was up again. Go for it. Why, Patson?
I think they created integers to like calculate and like figure out the temperature, ma'am.
Okay, so they're useful for temperature, which is one thing. Sure, absolutely, that's great. And Bali, what else are they useful for? Why else would we have negative numbers?
I forgot what it's called, but like the thing to measure like how hot or how cold something is.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for temperature, so in some places in South Africa, it gets really, really cold, and after it gets to 0 degrees, the temperature continues to drop. So that's a good one. Okay, Masisazi, why else? Temperature, what else? Lesedi, why else would we have negative numbers? Okay, Lesedi's run away. Maybe you scared Lesedi. Okay, then Omfe?
Please.
You can talk, Omfe?
Ma'am, I think they created integers so when you're doing your subtraction, for example, 5 minus 4, no wait, 4 minus 5, it's -1.
Yes, quite right. Okay, so numbers like that do exist. That's a lovely example for us. All right, Motabang, what were you going to say? Why do you think we have negative numbers?
I think sometimes to learn like accounting, like banking, like money, like when you lose money, you say negative.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there's lots of different situations, all real life situations that you guys have described where negative numbers would be important. So that's a really, really great one, Motabang. I mean, for example, let's say if I didn't have any money and I went to Kat and I said to Kat, please, can you lend me 20 Rand? Okay, so that means that when Kat lends me 20 Rand, Kat is going to be minus 20 Rand. And Lee, because she's giving me 20 Rand, it means that I will be plus 20. So yes, it's useful for money. It's useful for temperature. Here's another example that I found where somebody was bungee jumping. So here they jumped off the bridge and they fell down by 14 meters and then they jumped up by 7 meters. So we could work out how far the person is below the bridge, right? So there's lots of different types of real life examples in which we can use negative numbers. Just hold on one moment. Okay, remember the chat is for you to chat with Kat and I, okay, or to say things that are relevant to the lesson. If you guys are going to abuse the chat function, remember everything is being recorded. Right, so whatever happens on here, we can show your parents. If you're not going to behave and toe the line, we're going to ask you to leave. Right, so anything that has to do with our lesson, great. If you are not paying attention and you are playing around, you better stop or you're going to be kicked out. All right, we are absolutely dead serious about this. It is not fair that there are people that are messing around and that are wasting other people's time when parents are paying a lot of money for this course. Okay, so if you can't behave, rather leave. But this is only for children who are interested in making progress in maths. Okay? All right, so Lesedi, also with sea level, that's a fantastic example, Lesedi, absolutely. So we could also be below sea level. So well done, that was a really another very good example. Okay, so as far as we are concerned in grade 7, when we work with integers, we have to be able to work along a number line. So what I did is I went and I found this this number line, and it goes all the way from negative 20 on the left-hand side, all the way up to 20 on the right-hand side. But hopefully we don't have to use all of those numbers, but maybe we will. So I just want to talk a little bit about this number line before we actually get into the questions. All right, so maybe we thought that numbers started at 0, but in fact, numbers don't actually start at 0. 0 is the middle. And in fact, what numbers do is they mirror one another. So in other words, 1 and -1 are a mirror image of one another. They are the same distance from 0. In the same way that a number like 10 is a mirror of -10. They are the same distance from 0, okay? 10 whole units. But the difference is direction. All right, so in other words, if we are to start at 0 and we are to move in a positive direction, we have decided that that is moving to the right. And if we start at 0 and we move in a negative direction, that means that we are moving to the left. So the fact that these numbers have negatives in front of them means that we have started at 0 and we have moved a certain number of units to the left on the number line. Okay, Blessing, your hand is up. What question did you want to ask, Blessing? Do you want to ask a question, Blessing? Okay, well, I'll just wait and see if you want to speak again later. All right, so now it does not matter where you start on the number line, okay? Even if you start somewhere all the way down here where numbers are very, very, very negative, Okay, even if you start all the way down here, all right, like at minus 16, if you are adding, you are going to move to the right-hand side. And similarly, if you start all the way up here, like at positive 12, and you are adding, you are going to move to the right-hand side. Okay, so if you start up here, where numbers are very, very positive, and you are moving to the left, you will be subtracting. If you start down here at minus 13, and you move to the left, numbers are getting smaller. So we can start where numbers are positive, or we can start at 0, or we can start where numbers are negative. And either we can move to the right by adding, or we can move to the left by subtracting. So it's very important that we understand that our signs are a measure of direction. Okay, so oopsie daisy, let's just go over here. Right, so let's start off by marking the integers on the number line. All right, so -2, this is where I want you guys to put your hands up. Okay, so -2, where is -2? You're going to have to describe it to me. Good, Mbali, I'm so glad you've done this at school. All right, Tabani, your hand was up first. How am I going to find -2 on the number line? Where should I? Tell me how to start and tell me how to get there. Okay, Tabani. Okay, Anati, do you know how to find -2 on the number line?
Yes.
Okay, how do I find -2? Where's -2?
So you have to first start from 0 and then -2
Okay, but now if you say
On the
minus,
left.
which direction am I going in, Anati?
on the left.
Exactly. Okay, so start at 0 and then go 2 places to the left-hand side, and that's where I'm going to find -2. Very good. Pabalo, now I want to find 7 on the number line. Tell me, what do I have to do?
Ma'am, you start from the 0 and then move 7 spaces to the right.
7 spaces to the right, absolutely. And that means that I would end up at 7. Okay, Tertia, if I want to find -5, how do I get there?
Ma'am, first you have to go to the negative numbers that are on the left, and the 5 has a negative sign.
But if
And
you want to, you're right, Tertia, it does have a negative sign. But what I'd have to do is I'd have to start at 0, and then I'm going to hop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to the left-hand side. Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, good. Well done. All right. And now if I wanted to find 1 on the number line, Retu Metsiri, you go for it. Okay, Indinako, how would I find 1 on the number line? Indinako, okay, you're also not answering. All right, Mpo, can you tell me how I would find 1 on the number line, please, Mpo?
5238.
Mpo?
Mute go.
Okay, no, Mpo. Motsaban, how am I going to find 1? Okay, Mpo, there we go for it. How am I going to find 1?
Then we'll find it on the right.
You would find it on the right of?
0, ma'am.
Absolutely. Okay, so 1 is 1 unit to the right of 0. Absolutely. Okay, so in the next one, okay, Nima, tell me how to find 9 in number 2.
So you start at 0 and you go 9 places to the right.
Absolutely. And Takalani, tell me how to find -4.
Ma'am, you start at 0.
And then I move
Ma'am, 4 spaces to the left.
4 spaces to the left. Absolutely. Okay, so the sign in front of the number tells us in which direction to move. When numbers are positive grade 7s, we don't write the plus in front of them. But if a number is negative, we have to write the minus in front. Okay, all right, so we've moved up and down. I want to kind of get on with it. What I'd like you guys to do is complete the activity that's on the screen at the moment. So questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, I've left the number line there for you, and you're going to tell me what number is 2 units to the left of 3 or 6 units to the right of -1. Okay, so when you have done all of them, all 7, then you put your hand in the air, okay? Ready, steady, go.
Sorry, ma'am, I have a question. For question 2, it says 6 units to the right of -1. Do I count -1 as a space moving to the right, or do I just start from 1?
You start at -1.
Okay.
And then when you move 1 space to the right, you get to 0, and that's counting 1 unit.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, so Tersh, I see you asking me to explain. Some people say that they are done. So here you're just literally supposed to be counting and working out what number lies either 2 units to the left of 3 or 6 units to the right of -1. It's not supposed to be something that was too difficult. Anati, I see your hand is up. Anati, do you want to ask a question? Would you want to say an answer?
I want you to answer the question.
Okay, Anati, ask your question.
I want you to answer a question.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Anati, do number 1 then. Do number 1, Anati.
Number 1 is 0.
0. Okay.
Yes.
I'm afraid I don't agree with you there, Anati. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay,
I mean, it's 1. It's
1. 2 units to the left of 3 is 1. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now
I was
you're
looking
correct.
at the wrong one.
That's fine, Anati. No worries. Okay. Omfe, you do the second one.
6 units to the right of -1.
Is what number, Omfe?
It's 5.
It is. Well done. Good job. Okay, and now Tahila, 4 units to the left of -4 is what, Tahila?
Ma'am, 4 units to the left of
I think it's
-4 is 0.
Yes.
No, you move to the right-hand side then.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Ma'am, it's -8.
It's -8. That's quite right, Tahila. So if I start here at -4 and I move 4 units to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, quite right, I'm going to end at -8. Okay, and Mbali, you do number 4 for us.
3 units to the right of 7 is 10.
Lovely, Mbali. Good job. Well done. Okay, Indanako, you do number 5 for us.
Number 5, I said it was 9.
That is quite right. Well done. Very good. Nima, do number 6.
-1.
-1. Nima says, quite right. 5 units to the right. Perfect, Nima. That's very good. And Rolivua, you do number 7, please.
Can I do number?
Your pardon?
-3.
-3. So 8 units to the left of 5 is -3. Okay, so you guys are doing this really, really well. Lovely. Good job. Okay, so now we're going to do another activity where we are going to have to choose whether we're going to use a greater than, smaller than, or equal to sign. So now there are 16 questions. What I'm going to do, let me just make this a little bit bigger for you. Okay, I will do the first. Okay, so try logging out and logging back in.
I can hear you. I thought your screen was frozen.
No. Try logging out and logging back in if you can't hear me. Okay, but hopefully you can hear me now. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys answer this, but I'm going to only take people who are putting their hands in the air, okay? So Maria, you first. Is it greater than, smaller than, or equal to in number 1?
Ma'am, it's great.
Which sign is this one, Maria? Oratilwe, please mute yourself. Maria, the sign that I've just written on the board now, this one, what's that?
Ma'am, it's greater than.
That's greater than. Okay, and then the one that goes in the other direction, that is?
Smaller than.
Smaller than, absolutely. Okay, so Maria, in number 1, which sign am I using? Greater than, smaller than, or equal to?
Greater than.
Greater than. Lovely, Maria. Well done. Oratilwe, do number 2 for us. Oratilwe?
Ma'am,
Yes, do number 2 for us. What sign needs to go in the block?
it's equal, ma'am.
It is. Well done. That's very good. Okay, and Barley, do number 3 for us.
The answer is smaller than.
Smaller than. Well done, Mbali. Junior, do number 3 for us. Sorry, number 4.
It's greater than.
Greater than. Excellent. Okay. Motibang, do number 5.
It's equal then.
It's equal. Okay, quite right. Tertia, do number 6.
Ma'am, it's
Greater than.
It's
it's greater than.
greater than, that way. Okay, hang on a moment. Okay, so Tahila, I want to ask you, did Tertia tell me to write the correct thing here in number 6? Am I right with what I've written? Is this correct?
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
Tahila, I'm asking you the answer that I've written for number 6. Am I right? Have I written the correct thing?
No,
I
ma'am.
made a mistake there. Okay, what's the mistake?
Ma'am, it's greater than, not smaller than.
It's greater than, not smaller than. Absolutely. Okay, because negative numbers are smaller than positive numbers. So this needed to be the smaller than sign. Okay, -8 is smaller than 8. All right, now number 7. Oratile.
Smaller than.
Smaller than. Good, Oratile. Ananzi. Do number 8. Ananzi.
Ma'am, is it smaller than?
Is it smaller than? No, it's not smaller than.
It's greater than.
It's greater than, absolutely. So it needs to go this way around. Okay, so 0 is greater than -5. Remember, we need to read from left to right. Okay, on to number 9 now. Let's see who's got their hand up. Precious, do number 9 for us, please, Precious. Precious?
Number 9 is greater than.
It's greater than. Well done, Precious. That's perfect. All right, number 10, Bonolo.
Number 10 is, it's greater than.
Greater than. So I must write it this way around. Is
No,
that right?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It's smaller than.
Smaller than, absolutely. Okay, so remember the crocodile's mouth has to be open to the bigger number. So it is the smaller than sign. Good. Okay, Anati, do number 11.
Number 11 is equals to.
It certainly is, Anati. Well done. Kia Mogoetswe?
And number 12 is greater than.
Greater than. Good. Well done. So -3 is greater than -4. It certainly is. Good job. Okay, let's see who's next. Lesedi. Do number 13, Lesedi.
Ma'am, it's greater than.
Greater than. Okay, so 6 is greater than -17. Okay, good job. In number 14?
Equals to.
Banzi? Banzi, you can do this one for us?
Equals.
Equals. Okay, Banzi, that's good. This is equals. Okay, then in number 15, into kilo.
Smaller than.
Smaller than. Well done, into kilo. That's good. -16 is smaller than. -13, that's good. And Masizazi, you do number 16 for us.
Number 16 is 19. -19 is, I think it's greater.
Okay, let's see if we can find someone to help you. Okay. Okay, Linomta?
Me, ma'am.
Okay, Ritabile?
And smaller than.
Smaller than. Okay, absolutely. Okay, because -19 is smaller than 11 is. All right, so the idea, just going back up here again, right, is that any number that lies to the left of another number is going to be smaller than the number on the right. So in other words, if I look here at my number line all over again, let me just rub these things out over here, right? In the same way that if I look, for example, at 5, anything to the left of 5, like 4 or 3 or 2, all of these numbers are going to be smaller than 5. So in the same way that if I'm sitting over here on the number line, any number sitting to the left is going to be smaller than -5, right? And again, if I look to the right of 5, any number sitting to the right of 5 is going to be bigger than 5. So it will be the same thing on this side of the number line. Anything sitting to the right is going to be bigger than -5. Okay, so just remember that when you're answering questions like this. So another thing that is important for you to be able to do is to put these in order. Okay, so we've got a whole lot here that you can work on, right? So I would like you to put all of those in order, and then when you've done all 5, then you can put your hand in the air. Okay, so, and remember it says here from least to greatest. Okay, so that means that you've got to start with the smallest number and work your way to the biggest. All right, let me do the first one as an example with you. Right, so now I'm going to look at all of these and I'm going to ask myself, which one of these is the smallest? So which one is the furthest to the left-hand side? Right, and I can see that the number that is the furthest to the left-hand side, in the case of number 1, Oratile, is what number? Oratile, which number is on the far left-hand side in number 1? Which number?
Please repeat the question.
Sure. So I'm asking you, in number 1, which number is the smallest?
45, ma'am.
-45, yes. Okay, so -45 is going to go here. All right. And then to the right, so in other words, in this space over here, what number is going to go there, Mbali?
-16.
Good. And to Taylor, what number is going to go over here, where there's 2 little arrows?
-9.
Good to Taylor. Well done. Good job. Motibang, what number is going to go in here? Motibang?
So I got muted. I
It's
said
all right.
+7.
+7. Well done, Motibang. That's right. And Sianda, what number is going to go into this one over here?
33.
33. Good job. Okay, so now grade 7s, you guys do 2, 3, 4, 5 by yourselves. And Kat and I will give you a few minutes to get that done. Well done.
Ma'am?
Yes.
I'm done.
Okay. You can put your hand up when you're done. It should be very quick and easy.
Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
All right, that's good. You can put your hand up.
Done.
All right. So whose iPhone?
Me, ma'am.
Okay, what's your name? Because your name can't be iPhone, right?
Well, I can't change my name.
You can't change your name. Okay, well then just tell us what your name is.
Also
name
me,
is-
ma'am, I'm new.
Okay, so that's Zoom user. I'm talking about iPhone.
My name is Sika.
Sihle, okay, Sihle. Zoom user will come back to you. Okay, so Sihle, I want you to tell me what you did for number 2. Tell me what your answers were.
My answer was 23.
So is that the smallest number?
Yes. Wait, no.
I disagree with you, Sihle.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Okay. All right. Asimahle, what was your smallest number in number 2?
78, -78.
-78. Okay. Then the next one, Asimahle?
-5.
Good. Keep going.
-2.
And then?
18. 23.
Lovely. Good job. Well done, Asimahle. Nima, do number 3 for us.
Yay. Okay. So the first one I got was -74.
Negative. Okay, so you're doing 4, right? That's fine. We'll go
Oh,
down
sorry.
here.
I got
okay.
the wrong thing.
It's okay. Do number 4 then.
-56. I can still do
All right.
three,
You want
sorry.
to go back? No problem.
Yeah.
That's fine. So -56.
-19. 28.
Okay.
32 and 44.
Good job. Well done. All right.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay.
Number 4.
Oratile, you next.
Ma'am, can I do number 4?
74.
-74.
Okay, so hang on a second. There's a few people that are speaking at the same time here. Okay, so it has to be Oratile. Okay, Oratile, off you go.
-74. -69.
Yeah, boo.
-25.
Yes.
-8. -6.
Good. Well done, Oratile. You did that beautifully. That's lovely. Okay, Junior, you're next. Junior.
Ma'am, can I do number 5?
-12.
Which one, Bonolo?
Number 5. Oh, ma'am, is there somebody doing it?
Yes, look, there's lots of people that have put their hands in the air. Junior was next on the list.
Ma'am,
Junior?
it's -12. -12.
-12. Okay, let me just start writing. Okay, -12. Then?
-2, ma'am.
And then?
It's 4.
4. And then?
66.
Yes, and then?
78.
78. Good. Well done. That's really great. Good job, grade 8s, grade 7s. That's really, really nice. Your teachers have done a very good job of teaching about integers at school, I can see. All right, so now let's go back up here. There's an activity that I have that is off to the side here. All right. And it's more of the same thing. All right, so we have to arrange them in ascending and descending order. Okay, so let's practice that. Okay, so in the first one, it's ascending order. What does the word ascending mean? From
smallest to biggest.
From smallest to biggest. So here it's got to go from smallest to biggest. Okay, then over here, they are descending order. So what does descending mean? It means from
biggest to smallest.
Biggest to smallest.
Me.
Okay, so now I want to give everybody a chance to be able to talk. Okay, Ntekelo, do the first one for us. This one over here. Go, Ntekelo.
-8. Yeah. -5.
Good.
-1. 0.
Yes.
And +5.
And then +4.
Oh, yeah, sorry. And
okay.
+5.
That's perfect. Well done. That was really good. Okay. Kia Mokhetswe, you're next. Do number 2 for us.
-7.
Yes.
-6. -3.
-3, sure.
And then 2.
Look again
2.
carefully. No, look again carefully. There's something you missed.
0, ma'am. 0.
That's it. 0, then?
Then 2, ma'am.
Yes, and then?
3.
3, and then?
4.
Good. Good job. Well done.
Then
okay. Tanir?
Can I do number 5?
Okay, Bonolo, you have to put your hand up, okay? If you put your hand up, then you can do one. All right, but I'm taking everybody that's put their hand up on the list. Okay. Tanir, you're next. Do number 3. Tanir? Okay, Tanir, you're not answering me here. Lesedi, go for it.
Ma'am, I think we're gonna start with -1.
Look again.
-3.
No. Look again.
-7.
Okay, so Oratile, you must keep yourself on mute, okay? Yes, -7 is the smallest. Okay, go on then, Lesedi.
-3.
Yes, keep going.
-1.
Yes.
0.
Yes. What's next?
+3.
+3. I agree with you. Good. Well done. And after +3, what should there be? It should be it should be 8 and then 17. Okay, so there was 8 hiding here as well, which was a little bit difficult to see. Okay, Tami, you're next. Go for it, Tami.
-10.
-10, then
-7.
-6, -6.
6. 15 and 19.
15 and 19. Good, Tami. Well done. That's really good. Okay, so now Takalani, do number 1. Now remember, you're going in descending order. Okay, Takalani? Descending order.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it's going to be 15.
Yes.
Then 8.
Yes.
Then 0. Then -2.
Okay, and then?
-3.
Yes, and then?
-5.
Okay, lovely. Good job. Well done. Okay, Motibang, you next.
Ma'am, at number 2 or 3?
At number 2.
Okay. -11.
But are you starting with in descending order means from the biggest to the smallest?
Oh,
so does that mean -11 is the biggest?
I'm supposed to say 23.
You are 23. Good job. Keep going.
12. 7.
Yes.
6.
Yes.
0.
Yes.
And -11.
-11. Good, Motibang. That's perfect. Well done. Oratile, do number 3 for us, please.
Yes, madam. It's gonna be 21.
Oh, 31.
12.
Which one? 12, yes.
Then 11.
11, yes. Then
5.
5, good. Then
31.
What? -1.
Yes, and -31.
-1, and then
-21.
Minus 21. Good. And then minus?
31.
Good. Okay, well done, Oratile. Perfect. Ray 2?
Yeah, God.
Ray 2, do number 4 for us.
Ma'am, can I please do number 4?
Oh, okay. If I tell you what. Oh, there's so many people that put their hands up. Okay, so unfortunately, if I allow you to jump the queue, then I'm not being fair to everybody else. Okay, so I'm going to call on Ray 2. I'm sorry. Okay, but if you put your hand up, I promise I will get to you eventually. Okay, Ray 2. Okay, Ray 2, you're not answering. Sihle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sihle, you want to do number 5? Sorry, number 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so which, remember, you got to do it in descending order, okay?
Yes, ma'am. 98.
98.
56.
56.
4.
4.
0.
Yes.
53.
53. Negative 53. Okay. Is that right though? Hang on a second. That's not right.
Oh, sorry. Negative 35.
Negative 35.
And negative 53.
Then negative 53. That is correct. Okay. Good job, Sihle. Thank you very much. All right. Well done, Sihle. Okay, let's just have a look. I'm just having a look at the... Okay, all right. Sorry, I was just having a look at your chat just to see if there was anything there that I had missed. All right, let's go and see what's up next. All right, so we've ordered numbers, we've said smaller than or greater than. Okay, we've only got a little time left, right? So sometimes we can count forwards or backwards using integers, all right? So if we have a look at what we've got on the screen now, what we could do if we wanted to is we could make ourselves a pattern by counting forwards and fives if we had to start at minus 16, right? So if we started at minus 16 and we counted forward in fives, the next biggest number would be minus 11. And if we went forward another 5, the next biggest number would be minus 6. So can you see again how when we are adding, irrespective of where we start, we are moving to the right on the number line. So these numbers keep getting bigger and bigger. Or in the case of the next example, we are starting at negative 62 and we are working backwards in 4s. So because we are counting backwards, it means our numbers are getting smaller. So minus 62 minus 4 puts us at minus 66. And when we subtract another 4, we end up at minus 70. And when we subtract another 4, we end up at minus 74. So we can see that irrespective of where we start, when we move to the left on the number line, the numbers keep getting smaller. Okay, so we've only got a couple of minutes left. I would like you to try this. So you're going to count forward in 2s from minus 10
Lee,
to 6. Yes.
we have to do the poll today.
Oh, okay. Sorry, so there's no time for us. Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, well then you better run the poll. Yeah, sorry.